Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2. It's a great day to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Let's jump right in. Now, I know that Patrick Rooney Jr. is not involved directly with the team, but he's still part of the Rooney family. And when he comes out and he says things during TJ Watt's contract negotiations that it's absolutely insane to pay TJ Watt, I don't think this is the best time to say those types of things if you're in the Rooney family. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion like everybody else, but Patrick Rooney Jr., he just keeps going. And I would love, Art Rooney seems to be very calm about it. Art Rooney just seems like nothing bothers him. I would love to be a little birdie on the wall when all the Rooney family got together for Thanksgiving and Patrick Rooney Jr. showed up and maybe had a glass of wine or a couple beers and started to put his 2 cents. I would love to be there for that conversation to see what really goes on. So Patrick Rooney Jr. goes on to say he bashes the Steelers coaching staff over Fitzpatrick, questions competence to use Ramsey. Patrick Rooney Jr. went on to say either Minkah Fitzpatrick has lost a tremendous amount in the last 2 or 3 years in terms of ability, or they were not using him correctly. Patrick Rooney Jr. said of the Steelers, my belief, as you know what I think of the coaching staff, is they probably weren't using him correctly. I just find this hysterical. I do. You'll be like, what's the big deal? He's entitled to his opinion. But I don't remember the last time an owner's family member came out and was bashing the team publicly or the coaching staff. And I don't know. I just think it's maybe he's been on a roll lately. Maybe he's down there in Florida playing golf, having a couple drinks and getting some things off his chest. But I would love to talk to Patrick Rooney Jr. and see what he has to say. He also went on to say the Dolphins might get a little bump getting Minkah Fitzpatrick back again if they use him better than the Steelers were using him. Rooney added, but the problem is when you bring Ramsey in, if you weren't using Minkah right, who's going to say that you're using Ramsey right? I don't. I just find this hysterical. It's just funny. It's just, our. I would love to know what's going through Art Rooney's mind when he reads this. Like, oh, he's just another fan. He can have an opinion. Uh, Again, I just would love to be there and hear the conversation at Thanksgiving with the Rooney family about this criticism of the team. Patrick Rooney Jr. also went on to say, this whole season depends on if Aaron Rodgers can somehow stay upright for 17 games and do something from an offensive capacity. Patrick Rooney Jr. said on the PBKC Picks podcast for the right. The video was taken down, so who knows what's going on with the Rooney family right now. He also went on to say the problems with the Steelers are offensively. The person that we brought in to fix that, at least to some capacity, is Aaron Rodgers. Rooney continued, if he could stay healthy, we might be a little bit better offensively, and then maybe we'll win a playoff game. I don't know. I think that's their goal now is to win a playoff game, not to win the Super Bowl. Woo! It's funny. It cracks me up. Obviously, Patrick Rooney Jr. is not a fan of Coach Tomlin and his assistants or the coordinators. And when you think about it, you judge a coach by his coaching tree. And who has Coach Tomlin produced off his coaching tree? Absolutely nobody. And that old question always comes up when, in regards to Coach Tomlin, when he won his first Super Bowl. A lot of people always say, well, Coach Tomlin won his Super Bowl with Bill Cowher's players. And just remember three players: Troy Polamalu, Big Ben Roethlisberger, and James Harrison. Three players that contributed most in the Super Bowl, pretty much won the Pittsburgh Steelers the Super Bowl. I know it's a team sport, but who were all three of those players drafted by or signed by? That's right, Bill Cowher. This is why I think the Rooney family right now is having some strife or an internal conflict. Daniel Martin Rooney says Steelers are ready to make a Super Bowl run. No matter the year, the goal is Super Bowl victory, and this year is no different, according to Daniel Martin Rooney. I agree with him 1000%. This media narrative that the Steelers are going all in they're all in every year. It's a stupid narrative. Please stop. Definitely don't let these two sit next to each other at Thanksgiving. I can picture our Rooney at the table too. Like, with all due respect to your family, I'm not making fun of your family. I'm just trying to give people a visual. Our Rooney sitting at the Thanksgiving table. He's got a turkey leg, and he's like, guys, just take it easy. Come on, take it easy. Let's end it on a positive note. Luke Kuechly thinks the Steelers will have the best defense in the NFL this year. For all of you that don't remember Luke, he was an absolute superstar with the Carolina Panthers and then retired because of concussions. Guy was an absolute monster. He goes on to say, I think Pittsburgh's always tough. Kuechly said Monday on Up and Adams with Kay Adams. They've got some stuff to figure out. Everybody's looking at the TJ Watt situation and then sending Minkah Fitzpatrick down to Miami. But you look at the build of the secondary with Darius Slay and Joey Porter and Jalen Ramsey. Then you have Alex Highsmith off the edge and TJ Watt on the other side. Cam Hayward on the inside. They've got some dudes, Patrick Queen, and I love Peyton Wilson at the linebacker level. They got a little bit of everything. They've got a three-level approach that I like. I think they've just got to figure it out. Do they feel good about Juan Thornhill stepping in for Minkah? That defense on all three levels is going to have really, really good opportunity to be a dangerous team. Well, if anybody would know about outstanding defensive play and defensive players and a system and a scheme, it would be Luke Kuechly. He was absolutely amazing during his short NFL career. It wasn't too short, but he kind of retired abruptly. Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2.